Emperor Nicholas II inspecting trophies after a hunt, Belarus, 1913. The trophies were beautifully arranged for him. Citizens photographed the body of famous criminal, bank robber John Dillinger, displayed in the morgue for public viewing, USA, 1934. In 1996, at New Delhi Airport, a Saudi Arabian Airlines Boeing 747 and a Kazakh Il-76 collided. Both flights were on the same route but in opposite directions, and the pilots failed to communicate their intentions in time because they could not speak English. The crash killed 349 passengers and crew. Testing a new fireproof construction material, New Haven, 1949. A watch raised from the Titanic. It stopped at 2:28, 2 minutes after the crash. USA, photo from 1985. Walt Disney tells his cat about Mickey Mouse, 1931. Just a normal bus ride in Tirana, Albania, 1992. Experiment at Tbilisi Oncology Institute, 1967. Roller coasters first opened at Coney Island in 1884. Injuries and even deaths were recorded due to mechanical failures, derailments, and a complete lack of seatbelts. Until 1887, all runners stood at the starting line upright, waiting for the signal to begin running. But one day, American sprinter Cheryl, while walking through a zoo, noticed that kangaroos squat before moving. So, at his first competition, Cheryl took a crouching start. Leaders laughed for a long time, but Cheryl won the race with his unusual start. The smartest photo, participants of the 5th Solvay Congress. Among them are Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, and Niels Bohr. 17 out of 29 participants received the Nobel Prize, 1927. Anti-Reagan poster widely circulated in 1984. Submarine crew in diving suits, 1908. Che Guevara with Bolivian soldiers before his execution, Bolivia, 1967. Lavender Panthers, a radical, militarized gay group that existed in San Francisco in 1973. The group aimed to defend LGBT rights with arms, as the police were inactive and attacks on gays and transvestites were rarely investigated. In 1979, FBI agent Hansen was tasked with finding a Soviet spy. The twist was that the spy was Hansen himself. A vending machine for fishing worms, USA, 1965. First day of black student Dorothy Counts at Harry Harding High School, USA, 1957. She was one of the first black students admitted but withdrew after only 4 days due to harassment. American Cavalrymen by the giant sequoia, grizzly giant. Strangely enough, no one cut this tree down, and it still exists today, USA, 1900. Beauty pageant winners, Washington, 1922. Hamas militants in the residence of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas after its capture, June 15, 2007. After the death of the dog Laika in space, women from Mississippi wrote to the UN. They condemned the cruelty to the dog, proposing to use little Negroes from their city for scientific experiments instead. 3 children on their way to school during severe dust storms, Oklahoma, USA, 1933. The oldest documented joke in history belongs to the Sumerians and dates back to around 1900 BC. It goes, "Since time immemorial, it has never happened that a young wife did not pass gas in her husband's embrace." A march of the American Nazi Party in support of Hitler, New York, 1937. Suffering from hunger, a woman lies on the pavement in the Warsaw Ghetto. The picture was taken by a German soldier in 1941. Dancing Man, a photo taken on August 15, 1945 in Sydney, Australia. A man is seen dancing in the street out of joy upon hearing the news that World War II has ended. An artificial tree used by the British Army as an observation point during World War I. The unemployed stand in line at Al Capone's free soup kitchen, The Great Depression, Chicago, USA, 1931. Metallica performs a concert at San Quentin Prison, California, 2003. Sophia Loren in her natural beauty, around 1955. Way of fighting vagrancy in early 20th century USA. The vagrant was strapped to a chair and left outside for 10+ hours. Children and weather added to the torment. After that, most left town. In 1920s Beijing, there were so many horse-drawn carriages and rickshaws that desperate authorities tightened the punishment for speeding. This man was unlucky. Chinese traffic police put a board on him to wear for a week to think about traffic rules. The Röntgen, the beginning of the era of deception, a demonstration of inflatable bras, 1952. Sword Swallower, 1928. An X-ray of the Sword Swallower, one of the most unique photos of that period. Dina Sanichar, a Relfoi Bina Sani Dina Sanim. A real-life Mowgli raised by wolves and found in 1872 in the jungles of India. Post-apocalyptic wedding. Students protest environmental pollution, USSR, 1989. American Red Cross collects donations using a vacuum cleaner, New York, World War I. A Zippo lighter belonging to an unknown American pilot. Lucia Zarate, the lightest adult ever recorded. At age 17, she weighed only 4 lbs. She died from exposure in 1890 after her circus train was stranded in the Sierra Nevada. In the late 19th century, scientific progress was astounding the world. A simple cleaning lady from the USA was so inspired by this that she bequeathed herself to science. The mass extermination of cats during Pope Gregory IX's time contributed to the increase in the rat population, which led to the spread of the bubonic plague, killing hundreds of millions of people. Actress Anita Ekberg walked out with a bow to the paparazzi because they were following her all night, 1960. The ambiguous pose of a Pompeian man who died as a result of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius on August 24, 79 AD. Men show off a shared dual mustache. A couple who moved to a white neighborhood looking at the graffiti in front of their house, Chicago, 1957. Final photo of a pet owner with their dog before euthanasia due to an incurable diagnosis. Ivory traders in the Great Lakes region, Africa, 1880s. School for Black civil rights activists. A girl is trained to remain calm while having her hair pulled and cigarette smoke blown in her face. USA, 1960. A hut made of mammoth bones found in Ukraine. The structure is about 15,000 years old. Berlin residents search for food in the ruins, 1945. A Christmas gift giver traffic controller. Barcelona, 1970. The tradition of giving gifts to traffic controllers during Christmas was widespread throughout Europe, especially loved and followed in Spain. In the US, in the 1800s, the side saddle was created so women could ride decently, which was also often recommended for treating hysteria. An amateur agronomist wins a competition and waits for the award ceremony. California, 1975. In 1871, American lawyer Clement Vallandigham was defending a man accused of murder after a bar fight. He built the defense on the idea that the victim accidentally shot himself while pulling out a pistol from his pocket in an awkward position. Vallandigham wanted to demonstrate this by placing a gun, which he believed was unloaded, in his own pocket. As he pulled it out, he accidentally shot himself. He died from the wound, and his client was acquitted. John Lennon signing an autograph for his soon-to-be murderer, Mark David Chapman, hours before he was shot. Coal delivery to the 5th floor, France, 1917. Adolf Hitler signs an autograph for a Catholic nun, 1932. Finnish blacksmith Pertimäki stands in line all night to become the first buyer of a bottle of vodka after the end of Prohibition, April 5, 1932. U.S. Air Force planes fly over burning Kuwaiti oil wells, 1991. Lunch break during the filming of Star Wars. 2 moonshiner sisters arrested during Prohibition, USA, 1921. A crowd tries to overturn a car with a black family during racial riots in the city of Clinton, USA, 1956. A German soldier returns home and discovers that his house and family are no longer there. Frankfurt, 1946. Mark Twain demonstrates an experiment with high-frequency current passing through the human body, lighting an incandescent light bulb. A mischievous Nikola Tesla at the light switch, 1895. Passengers board the Titanic, 1912. Thieves attack a store in the commercial area of Caledonia, Panama City during the U.S. invasion of Panama, 1989. Emperor Nicholas II blesses Russian officers going to the Russo-Japanese War, 1904. Russia lost this war dramatically and suffered enormous losses. Harvesting horseshoe crabs for fertilizer, USA, 1928. For hundreds of years, horseshoe crabs were harvested for fertilizer. This treatment of the species had a significant impact on their population. Reporters who uncovered the Watergate scandal watching Nixon's resignation, 1974. In the 1950s, Italy produced protective shoes for women. These shoes were equipped with spurs on the heels and toes so that women could protect themselves from persistent admirers. A man asking for help from a passing car during the brutal genocide in Rwanda, 1994. Survivors of the Andes plane crash, 1972. They lasted 72 days by eating the bodies of the dead. Engineers and architects in the pre-computer design and drafting era, 1982. Ainu girls started lip tattoos around age 7, enduring years of cut and soot ink with no anesthesia. It was painful, repetitive, expected before marriage. Japan banned it by 1871, nearly erasing the right. Messengers run out of the White House. The war has begun. USA, December 7, 1941. The crew of the Challenger space shuttle that perished in an explosion 73 seconds into flight. All crew members died, 1986. Chinese people celebrate the successful test of the first atomic bomb, 1964. A giant sea devil caught by Captain Khan, August 26, 1933. U.S. military malaria medicine advertisement during World War II, Papua New Guinea, 1940s. Malaria, spread by a specific type of mosquito. Inside a German WWI submarine. The fashionable vice of the Victorian era, opium addiction, which began in China. The English facilitated this trade, preferring to pay with opium instead of silver for tea. Photo from 1865. Hacker Kevin Mitnick hacked the Pentagon network and Colorado Air Defense at the age of 16. After 5 years in prison, he erased his sentence data from the state registry and emptied the bank account of the judge who sentenced him. A White Girl and a Slave Girl, 1880, Brazilian Empire. Kuwait on Fire, 1991. A long line at Morrisania Hospital for smallpox vaccinations, New York, 1947. United Arab Emirates before discovering oil reserves, Dubai, 1976. In this provocative shot from the mid-1980s, Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar holds his young son Juan Pablo in front of the White House. Today, this photograph is used in Colombian schools during history lessons as an example of the corruption of the 1980s. On October 5, 1948, the Ashgabat earthquake killed 110,000 people in Turkmen SSR. A World War II veteran earns a living, Tokyo, Japan, 1951. The absurd death of American dancer Isadora Duncan. Her scarf got caught in the rear wheel of a car, instantly breaking her neck. Nice. September 14, 1927. A Parisian after visiting a bar, 1954. A soldier from the 173rd Airborne Brigade, South Vietnam. Torgau, 1945. Soviet and American troops meet and hug near the ruined bridge across the Elbe. Their smiles are genuine, yet they mask 4 years of shared conflict: Stalingrad and Normandy, the siege of Leningrad and Pearl Harbor. Frederick Zugibe, an American pathologist, conducting research to understand how the crucifixion of Jesus Christ occurred, 1984. The 266th Pope Francis. In his youth, he was a fan of rock music. Adolf Hitler accepts birthday congratulations from youngsters of the Hitler Youth, April 20th, 1945, Germany. 10 days later, Hitler would be gone after realizing the war was lost. A pigeon with a miniature camera for aerial shots, 1907. The Man with Two Heads, Pascual Piñon, Mexico, early 20th century. Horse-drawn combine harvester. If this video brought a smile or maybe even some anger, share your opinion in the comments. Stay locked in for the upcoming part. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe for more. Goodbye.